there are many things in everything you guys said that I want to get into, but let's start with the content side of things, just as like the heart of the test. And I think, actually, Susan, I'll start this back with you talking about the reading, writing, verbal side of things. Feel free to take this wherever you want, but from your notes to you. Tell us about the genres that are represented, the word counts, the question types that have more, fewer words.
Yeah, so we did some, well, so the genres, I mean, I think people know, but I brought my little cheat sheets here. So about half, a little less, but about half of the passages across the whole test are natural science. It's very heavily natural science. The rest of it is what I think we would lump into sort of social science, history, but not like the old history just like, hey, this guy invented baseball kind of history. So the fiction is a much smaller portion of it, about 10%-ish in big round numbers. The word counts are kind of interesting. I thought that the word counts would be pretty different by genre, and they're a little different, but they're not really. And by word counts, we actually went through and counted every single word in every single passage and in every single answer choice on all 4 Blue Book tests. It was tedious. But yeah, they're not as different. Poetry is a little bit shorter, obviously, but other than that, they weren't really very different. The word counts by question category, though, are kind of interesting. They end up in 2 big chunks. So vocab, grammar, and transition questions all are less than 100 words. So if you're thinking about speededness of a particular question, those are going to obviously be the ones that are quicker because they're just less to do, less to read. The other set, so we're calling reading analysis, that kind of second chunk of questions that are what we would have thought of more the traditional reading comprehension questions, plus the bullet point questions, the ones at the end. Those all clock in somewhere between 150 and 225 words per. And then obviously the passage comparisons are the ones that are the big word counts. So those are, other than the bullet points, which you don't have to read any of those, those are the ones where you're going to have that time sync.